Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. I am Mega Freak 400, and we are climbing up a ladder with our boots. Before we head into the tower, we have a few things to do. First off, let's jump down here. Yay! And in here you will find another heart piece. Well, actually it'll be a little bit before we get there. But yeah, there's another heart piece in this tower. Or not this tower, it's not a tower, it's a cave. There it is. So yeah, the harp, again, we'll be getting a lot of harp pieces. Sarasala, you must make your way to Spectacle Rock. From there you can reach the Tower of Hera on the top of Death Mountain. And Spectacle Rock... Spectacle Rock is the rock that you just saw me passing by when I jumped down here. I think it's just a rock, that's it. You know, like, you know, others, you know, there's Turtle Rock, like in Link's Awakening, and there's Turtles Rock is only in 2 games, I guess. I guess it's in this one, spoilers, and Link's Awakening. But yeah, there's Turtles Rock. There's, you know, rocks that are more important. But this game is Spectacle Rock is just a rock, I think. It's not really all that grand. See, Death Mountain is in a lot of Zelda games, but it's in the first Zelda game too. It's in the first one. It's in this one. It's in Ocarina of Time. Technically, it's not in Wind Waker, though you could make the argument that areas of it are, like, you know, it's one of the islands is based off it, because I assume that. Hey, look, a blue portal. Well, there's not really anywhere else to go, so I guess let's just braid through it and jump in. Whoa. What? Bunny? What? Why am I? No, I don't want to be a bunny. What? Bunny? I don't want to be a bunny. I'm no rabbit. Tricks are for kids, and I want tricks, so no, I don't want to be a rabbit. Hi, ball. Mr. Bunny, this world is like the real world, but evil has twisted it. The golden power is what changed your shape to reflect what is in your heart and mind. I am not a bunny, I am a man. I am always changing my mind, so I turned... Why? That doesn't... What? Okay. The moon's pearl will make you keep your shape. I came here to get the power of gold, but now I'm a freak, and I can go back to the real world. If only I had the moon's pearl from Tower of Hera, I could go back to my original shape. I've got good reason to be stretched out, so go be back. Okay. Why does being a ball or why does changing your mind make you a ball? That doesn't make sense. But whatever. So yeah, the moon or Dark World reflects what's in your heart, and Link is a bunny. I don't know. But anyway, this magic mirror the old man gave us will allow us to go back to the regular world. That was the Dark World. We will be seeing that later, but for now, that is all we need to see of the Dark World. That will allow us to get up here on top of that, on top of Spectacle Rock. Here is a little, not statue, but a little plaque. We will not be seeing that for a while, but that actually comes into importance a little bit later. Yeah, we can't do anything with it right now, I don't believe, because you need a certain item. So here is the Tower of Hera, the third if you don't count Hyrule Castle. If you count Hyrule Castle, the 4th is our next dungeon. It is the last dungeon before we get all of the pendants. And we also have a new puzzle, these switches. Now, this is gonna sound dumb, but I've always thought those switches look like old ladies. And I'm saying this only because it really, you know, I've always thought that. I mean, look at it. It looks like, you know, there's the white thing around the side of the blue. It looks like maybe like an old lady's little, you know, they wear like not like a bandana, like, you know, like in Majora's Mask, is the old lady from the bomb shop who has like a little, I guess, bandana or something over her head. That's what it reminded me of. So I've always, for whatever reason, when I was young, I'd be like, oh, look, it's an old lady. And I hit the old lady with a boomerang, and then she would open blue things for me. But yeah, this is the first dungeon which will introduce to us the switch puzzles of sorts. If we hit the red old lady, we will get the red switches to go down, and if we hit the blue one, the blue ones will go down. And also more moving floors. We'll be seeing this. I think we see this a little bit later in the game. My memory is not... I haven't played this game in almost like a year. Mostly just because I haven't. last year. It was when I was doing my whole... I basically beat every Zelda game I owned, which was almost all of them. Yeah, not even almost all of them. I beat all the Zelda games in the franchise, not counting the Tingle games, Crossbow Training, or CDIs, which are not Zelda games, or like, there's the BS Zelda, the Bandai, the Stellavision, or whatever it's called, Zelda, which most people have no idea what I'm talking about, but it's a Zelda that was released for this system in Japan, which basically allowed you to broadcast games via like a satellite, or satellite of sorts. So like you tune in Monday and you'd be able to play Zelda for like an hour, and then after that you could tune in Tuesday and play Zelda for an hour at a certain time. It was an interesting concept, but it obviously didn't come to the States. It really probably wouldn't work, or wouldn't have worked all that well. But there was that Zelda, and there's the Game & Watch Zelda. But there was a whole year, or last year, before Christmas, I tried, except Spirit Tracks, because that came out, and I got that for Christmas. But I tried to beat every Zelda ever within that year, and basically I succeeded. I beat, because I bought Four Swords Adventure at that point, and I don't own Oracle games. My brother had Oracle of Ages, and I've always said, hey, let me have that, and then I never end up taking it because I'm dumb. But yeah, my brother has the Oracle games. Or had one of the Oracle of Ages, actually, not the Oracle games. Those are the only ones I technically don't own. I own the first two Zeldas, this one, both the N64 Zeldas, the Majora's Minish Cap. Technically don't own the game. I used to own it, but I don't anymore. The Game Boy Advance version of this, as well as the Four Swords version. So that game you can only play with multiplayer. I have Four Swords Adventure I bought, Twilight Princess, basically all of them. I don't even need to go through a list, because I have all of them. Except for the Oracle games. So I played those through an emulator. I know, I'm a bad man. If I could find them, I'd buy them, but I can't find them whenever I go. Well, that's not entirely true, but... I did find them once, but because this is an awesome gaming store I mentioned. Actually, yeah, I'll talk about that. And I mentioned it on my Twitter account, which I probably should have said in an earlier episode. But yeah, I have a Twitter account now, if you want to go stalk me. It's the same name as this account, so just, you can search it, or I think I posted, there's a link on my channel. Okay, stop paying those stars. The stars will switch where the pits are, so you'll want to use that for your advantage. But anyway, yeah, I use my, I went to this Epic gaming store that sells like old classic games. I got a long time ago. That's where I got my SNES in like Pennsylvania. That's where I wanted to go and get. That's where the store was. But I discovered there's actually a store still in Pennsylvania, but nearby where I live in Western New York, and it was quite. When I went this. Over break, it wasn't there wasn't a ton of stuff to use, or I mean, not a stuff to use. There wasn't a ton of games. There was, it was very lacking in their supply. Northern knows the Moon. Yeah, you already told me about that down below in the cave, but it was very lacking in their supply. But there were still some interesting games. I got, let's see, Lemmings, which I've been intrigued by Lemmings, so I'm quite interested in attempting to play Lemmings, which is a puzzle game of sorts. So Lemmings, Tonic Trouble for the N64, which is made by the same creators of Rayman, I believe, but I don't think it's as good. But I'll still get it. I'm willing to try any game again. And I remember playing it once. Gex 64. Then there was, that's 3. Buster Bust Loose for the SNES. I used to have that game. It's pretty cool. The Tiny Toon games were pretty awesome for the SNES, so I'm glad I picked that up. And then, obviously, the best game ever, Shaq Fu, for the SNES. That was obviously my most, the best game I got from that shopping trip. It's only $1, ironically. I also saw a Virtual Boy, which I wish I would have picked that up, because I've always wanted to get a Virtual Boy, mostly for the collector value. And hopefully, it said it came with 4 games. I hope one of those games was Royal Land 4, because that's actually, Royal Land, because that's actually a game I really do want to buy. But yeah, whenever I happen to have a chance, I'll want to pick up the Oracle games from that store, because it's pretty awesome store overall. Cause that's where, again, that's where I got my SNES, or, yeah, SNES with Super Mario RPG. I also got, I didn't get the Mario Party games there. I got that from a different store, but that's where I got Banjo, Kazooie, Paper Mario, a lot of my N64 games, because I remember I rented a lot back in the day, back when Blockbuster was still around. Now it's, I think there's still a few Blockbusters open, but they're bankrupt, and it'll eventually, you know, with Netflix, it's eventually going to fade out. Which I also got Netflix recently, or not recently, but I had a free trial my friend gave me for, in October, and at this point I think by the time you're watching this, I'll probably have decided to keep it and actually paid for it. It's pretty awesome, Netflix, but I only got it for the instant streaming. I don't care about renting the DVDs. And since they're moving towards instant streaming, that's fine by me. I'm not really a big fan of... I've never been a really big fan of movies, you know, sitting down and watching a movie, but, you know, instant streaming, I'll be more inclined for that, especially since a lot of the streaming they have is, like, TV shows, and I'm more... I think it's a psychological thing. I'm more, even if I'll sit down and watch like 5 episodes, which is probably longer than a movie, of 30-minute episodes of something, I'm more inclined to do that because the episodes themselves are only 30 minutes, so I always have the option to, you know, back out. Whereas the movie, if I start watching it, I'm inclined to watch the entire thing, and I don't like the fact that it's like, well, I'm forced to watch it. So here we have Muldrum. He is annoying, at least in my youth. Nowadays, he's not that tough. Basically, I would stay by this. This is the best place to stay, is right by this little wall. You had to hit him like 5 or 6 times. And if you fall into, if he knocks you off and you fall, you have to restart the entire battle. So back when I was young, this was a big pain. Nowadays, I only fell off once. He's not that hard. But yeah, back in the day, he was a bitch. And speaking of which, well, not really speaking of which, we got the Pendant of Wisdom. With this, we can now go to the Lost Woods to get the Master Sword. Hooray! So yeah, we can already get the Master Sword. I'm so happy I could... I don't know. I could jump for joy. So let's head down to the Lost Woods. Because, you know, that's what we need to do. So yeah, overall, but yeah, so I got the gaming store. I got a lot of great games from that store. Most of my collection. So yeah, because back in the that's what I was talking about. Sorry. Back in the day, I used to rent a lot, and you know, nowadays, you know, back in the day, you had to go to Blockbuster and hope that they had the game there, and you know, now that they don't. And now with Netflix, it's quite convenient to rent movies. And you know, I stopped renting because I'd rent a bunch of games and play them, and then I'd never be able to play them again. They'd be gone. You know, I played Mario Party 3 a lot, and I never owned it for a while. So it was like, I really want to play it again, and I don't own it because I rented it. You know, I rented Paper Mario. I never played it. So, you know, I'm glad there's stores there that I can go and buy classic games, because if it wasn't for those, I wouldn't have... I mean, also the Virtual Console, for that matter, is pretty awesome too, because the Virtual Console also allows me to have a lot of the classic games. Wish they would start Mario Party 2. I have it, but I know a lot of people want Mario Party 2 as one of those games. It's coming in Japan, I believe Europe. Hopefully it will come to America sometime. I assume the reason that they're releasing 2 as opposed to 1 is because 1 caused people to have a big hole in their hand, and I'm assuming Nintendo doesn't want to get lawsuits or send out another glove. I mean, yeah, people shouldn't be drilling their hand full of holes, but that's the only way to win the game the best, is to do that. Ooh, forest creatures, I love you. And look, the Master Sword. With the pendants in hand, we will grab it. And the sword is ours. And with that, the mist suddenly disappears, and Sarasala is contacting us. Okay. Mega, it is extraordinary. You have won. I didn't win it, I just took it. I don't know why they said win. With this shining sword, I believe you can deflect the wizard's evil power. The destiny of this land is in your hands. Please, Mega. Alright, let's go off to defeat the wizard Araga Banga Maka blah blah blah. We can do it. Wait. Mega, help! The soldiers are coming to this. What? In the sanctuary? But no one can attack a church. That's evil. This has been Mega for Fun, reminding you don't attack churches.